From our Lagos studios, I welcome you again to Enterprise Friday on Enterprise Television, and now to our main conversation for today. The House of Representatives Committee on National Security and Intelligence has asked the federal government to immediately purchase new aeroplanes for the use of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima. The committee made the call in a report issued after its technical subcommittee conducted a hearing on the status and airworthiness of aircraft in the presidential air fleet.
That's right. The committee is of the strong and informed opinion that considering the fragile structure of Nigerian Federation and recognizing the dire consequences of any foreseen or unforeseen mishap that may arise as a result of technical operational inadequacy of the presidential air fleet, it is the best interest of the country to procure 2 additional aircraft as recommended. According to the REP members, this will also prove to be most cost efficient in the long run, apart from the added advantage of providing a suitable, comfortable and safe carrier befitting of the status and responsibilities of the office of the President and Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Very true. And according to the report, the presidential fleet already has a 6th aircraft, one 19-year-old Boeing 737 for the president, which was unserviceable, a 12-year-old Gulfstream G550 for the vice president that is of great condition, a Gulfstream GV, 2 Falcon 7XX, and a Challenger CL605. The panel recommended that buying new aircraft for the country's top leaders is the best option, as it currently costs the country $1 million and $1.5 million for maintenance of each aircraft on the fleet. Our guests still in the studios are Emeka Madunago and Barrister Evans Ofeli. Thank you, gentlemen,
Thank you.
for hanging around. Now, that is the story we have for today in our main conversation. It is not surprising, that the REP members are asking for new fleets for President and the Vice, of course, knowing what happened to Ibrahim Raisi and the Malawian Vice President Saulos Chilima. And but the question is, do you think this is what we need at this time in our country? President Vansufeli.
Yes, the case of the Malawian Vice President, there is no report that it's as a result of technical operation of the aircraft. The black box have to be examined before we start to relate it with what our case is. Now, we have a 19-year-old jet. We have some other ones that are a little bit modern and all that. And I do not think that the Committee on National Security of the National Assembly have consulted enough. I do not think that it is aircraft we need at this moment. I don't think so. We have 6 aircrafts. They can be fixed. I mean, aircrafts don't go bad like that, such that you need to keep buying and buying. When are you going to stop buying? Okay. So let's get experts to examine the aircraft we have on ground. Okay, because this country cannot afford to keep throwing money around. There are a lot of significant issues that we need to address in this country. And how about the flight that is carrying the larger society, all of us? That flight has been faulty since. We are all on it, heading to crash someday. I think it is more important to talk about the wider, bigger aircraft that's carrying the total population of this country, that has not been maintained, that has not been fueled, that is the aircraft that we should be talking about. And the National Assembly, if they have the vintage of love and some kind of conscience, they should also table that aircraft. The one that is carrying the school, the young boy in school, in public school, where they sit on the floor to learn. The same aircraft. The one that we are all perched on. Some of us are perching on, the wings, and some of us are perching here and there on it. We are barely surviving. We are not able to make ends meet. People collapse on daily basis. People are dying because they have to suffocate and all that, the condition. So that is the one. And if you look at section 4 of the 1999 constitution that created the legislature, it said the purpose is for them to make laws for the good governance of Nigeria, not to make law for the good governance of the president and the vice president or whatsoever. So that is the aircraft that we should discuss, and not this is profligacy.
All right.
Metaphorical.
Thank you so much, Barrister Evans Ofeli. Let me go straight to Emeka Madinago now, if history is anything to go by. Remember in April, Tinubu reportedly used a chartered aircraft from the Netherlands to Saudi Arabia after the presidential jet developed a fault. And early this month, Vice President Kashim Shettima also cancelled his trip to the United States due to a fault developed by the presidential jet. Having the conversation that, the president and vice president may be needing, to refurbish or get new aircraft. Do you think that's a plausible rationale?
First of all, I want to ask, where are they traveling to? Obasanjo was just flying all over the world. What did he fetch us? Nothing. Instead, he just took our money and paid the world back. And Nigeria sank deeper into poverty. Buhari came again and was flying all over the place. What did he fetch us? Nothing. Tinubu has come now, flying all over the place, fetching us nothing. This is the height of indolence. This is the height of profligacy. How can you be planning on unforeseen circumstances? What are the unforeseen circumstances? We're in rainy season. You know it's going to rain. What are the unforeseen circumstances from rain? Breeze, Abi. What else? Okay, flood. So why will you now be planning based on extreme things that don't even exist? Just exist only in your, in your mischievous imagination. We have a 19-year-old aircraft, a Boeing business jet, which when Obasanjo wanted to buy that jet, there was huge outcry, but he ignored Nigerians and still bought it. Tell me, you see, the problem we have here is that the public institutions we have are so weak, practically dead. Otherwise, annually, the report of the Auditor General of Federation ought to be published, put online for Nigerians to go and see the profligacy of the leaders, so that they can be better informed. Let me tell you something. If you run an organization and an employee says, I need a brand new car. Okay, fine. Well, yes, there's nothing. Yes, we can afford a brand new car for you. Maybe we'll do it on, whatever, barter or something. But how much, if the car will cost 40 million, how much are you going to bring to the organization? We're going to give you a target to bring 200 million naira to the organization within this period. Simple, quid pro quo. But what do we have? People just appropriate sums, because there's no accountability. You are buying a jet. Well, how much is that jet going to bring? Think like a basic entrepreneur. How much will that jet bring to Nigeria? Where is it going? How many flying hours will that jet take? The one that's existing, how many flying hours has it put in that you now need to replace it? You see, the sad thing is that we have turned governance into a transactional business. It's all about transaction. Those lawmakers are patriotic elements. And I'm saying it directly to them. They are patriotic elements. At this time, you cannot work out a bill on minimum wage. At the same time, there are so many things pending. There are bills pending in those houses that should, receive expeditious passage.
Right.
But they are more interested in approving an aircraft. They keep testing.
Maybe we should even get their names and collect it, send it to their people to recall all of them.
These people are patriotic and wicked human beings. The country now, there's a cholera outbreak. No, neither the Senate or the House of Representatives has held a debate to ask government to work out emergency measures. Even
the Senate Committee on Public Health, they are watching, they are looking at the cholera, but because it's for the public.
There's no money coming to them for it, so that's why they don't care. Because why? Ask yourself why there's a cholera outbreak in Lagos of all places. I know it's a regular thing in some states.
And the rain is just coming. The more the rain, the more they spread.
What are people getting to eat these days? People eat just anything they find. And what is the nutritional, how does it increase their immunity? Because people cannot just fall ill like that. The body has natural immunity before, you now have to aid it with drugs and other things. But when there is no immunity at all, how many people are eating a balanced diet? How many people have access to proteins? All those things we were taught in high school that, will build your immunity. They are not interested in that. We don't have a national nutrition plan. How are they to bring it? Every country ought to have a national nutrition plan that you constantly tell the citizens that at the worst level, make sure you take a bit of this, a bit of this, a bit of this to keep the body rolling. We don't have the Senate and the House of Reps don't think they should debate it.
They don't think they should debate it.
We have an emergency.
But we have paraga now. People are drinking to stupor.
We have an emergency in the aviation sector. You can imagine, Dana Air had only one operating. In fact, the other day I just knelt down and I was thanking God because I've used Dana Air a lot of times. And then I said, look at just one aircraft. I said, God, you're wonderful. Just imagine. Because, I just love the airline, I just love the airline.
Then they have good pilots.
Yeah, but when I read that thing, the shivers around my spine. I said, so one will just play Russian roulette.
Yes.
You have an emergency in the aviation sector. Nobody's looking at it. The railway sector is just barely surviving. What about the roads? Barely surviving. But you are looking at the comfort of just two highly subsidized individuals and their families. The US Air Force 2, they said buy a new aircraft that will approximate to the US Air Force 2. The US Air Force 2 was bought in 1998. It's a 0.757-300. Bought in 1998. It is still in use. Air Force 1 is 30 years old. It was bought in 1990. It is still in use. The US, the biggest economy in the world, the most powerful nation in the world, the most hated nation in the world. Yet, they don't throw money around. But one of the poorest, the poorest nations on it, the poverty capital of the world, is talking of 9 aircraft. Let me tell you.
2 aircraft, not one.
Let's just, you see this democracy and all that. It's just a joke. These people don't even know why they're elected. Like Barris has said, to make laws. No. Is to look for avenues to waste fritter away public funds. But Nigerians must say no to this. We must say no and no. It
should have even been the other way around. It should have been the president and the vice president asking for it, for the National Assembly to refuse clearance. But in this case, the National Assembly, the gatekeeper, they are the one asking that we need to go and spend this money on behalf of the president. It sounds to me like eye service.
But the Bank they say safety is key. And if you think safety is expensive, try ignorance. I don't know if this makes sense in any way. Then secondly, you talked about the committee, not taking or not being experts in the sector. But I would love you to know that all that they got, the information they got and what they passed to the general public was authoritatively given to them by the commander of the presidential air fleet, Olayinka Oyishola. And so don't you think this man is good enough an expert to give the best solution to ensure that safety is what we should be talking about at this time?
Nobody says you compromise the safety of your leaders. We are saying when you have 6 aircrafts, I don't think your option is to buy another one. You have 6. The 6 of them cannot all be in bad shape at the same time.
Them are unserviceable.
They are unserviceable. They should go and make them serviceable. Yes. They should not see, because the truth is, we have pending issues to deal with. I don't think this thing is not very, clear. If you have 6 aircrafts, Fix them, put them in order. Yes, let them, keep taking them to wherever it is. After all, when they go to wherever they go, they don't have any economic impact. They should even stop traveling. Where are they going to? They should stop traveling for now, okay, until those 6 aircrafts are fixed. People are even saying they should sell some of them. And now you're asking that you want to buy two for some of these people that they are not giving us value. You understand? They are the reason why our lives have been disrupted. So whatever is left in the country should be used to service that bigger aircraft, like I said before, metaphorically speaking, the one that is carrying 200 million Nigerians. That one has never been serviced since inception. So that is the one we should deliberate on, not this one that is, that the president and the vice president will have to use and all that. I don't think it's.
I think, secondly, I think it's important we note here that the fleet that they are, asking for is not just meant for the president and the vice president. They say here, this can also serve the office of the presiding officers of the National Assembly, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, etc. So
there's the same thing now. How many of them? How many of them are in this bracket now? That's the same way the economy is run now. I mean, less than 1% of us are in charge of the wealth of the country. They are the ones it is in their hands. You understand? So which one are they going to use now to carry people, the public? Have they purchased those ones? The public, yes. Those ones, people who are downtrodden. Those in the IDPs. Those that have been displaced. The farmers that have been killed and displaced and all that. Which one are they going to carry them? Because we tend to make it look like now, this guy is a matter. They are the ones that should be serving us. They have turned it upside down. Now we think it's normal. It's not normal. We're not saying that safety should be compromised. We are saying that there's a bigger part of us that is also not having anything. So go and service that first before you come back to this issue. That's what we need to do.
All right. Thank you so much, Barrister Evans. So before we draw the curtain, there's this report that has ruffled a few feathers on the internet, and it's coming from Senegal. And it says the new Senegalese government has unveiled measures to reduce the price of rice, oil, bread, and other basic items to address cost of living concerns amid high unemployment and inflation rate, etc. Emeka, I bought beans that's 1 cup of beans for 1,300 about a few days ago. As of now, it's
1 cup.
Yes.
Like milk cup.
No, it's called Derrica.
Okay.
Yes, as of yesterday it's going for 1,800. And here we see Senegal taking a very, if you ask me, fantastic step to ensure that its citizens, live well, so to speak. Now, having the conversation around we buying new fleet for the president, this is at a huge discordance with reality. Don't you think we should be learning from countries like this, Emeka?
We don't need to learn from them. For decades, we were fooling ourselves. It's for me to use of that word, that we're the big brother, giant of Africa, and we're just bleeding from different places. Money that should have been used to develop Nigeria, we use it, buy cars, blankets, send money, pay salary in Grenada. We were weakening our economic base. Today, 17 African nations, among them, some of them are Nigeria's neighbors, are using a currency, CFA, that is stronger than the Naira. I'm leading to somewhere. Ghana CD, that was described as the worst performing currency some months ago, is not higher than the Naira. Now, do you know what? Senegal is reducing, right? All they need to do is just come and buy from Nigeria now. If you pack food stuff from Nigeria and take to Senegal, you will make money and they will reduce prices. That is what that big brother role has brought to us. We didn't take care of our backyard, and then at the end of the day, what have we found? We have nothing. So now, Chinese are actually paying Nigerians, get land, large tracts of land, farm cassava, farm rubber, farm all these things, and then they export these things.
100%.
They export them. In fact, the farmers don't even have a hand in the harvesting. They just come, look at your farm, pay for everything, and you go away. They will arrange the harvesting. So now Nigeria has become so attractive. Our agri produce, very attractive. Mineral resources, very attractive. Human resources are also being exported. So one day, nothing will remain in this country because everything is being stripped bare.
There are countries now that have opened their shoreways for Nigerian teachers, some for Nigerian engineers, some different countries for different needs.
Go, when last
Nigerian focus.
When last did you go to the hospital? Tell me how the last time I went to the hospital with my family on Saturday, it took us about 2 hours to see a doctor. Some people are coming. One woman said, "Why are you people getting angry?" Some woman was shouting, one woman said, "Why are you getting angry?" Oh, you don't know doctors and nurses are jackpot, they are running away. They've all run away now. So what are you talking about? You are angry. Or you even have doctors to attend to us. What if you came here and there are no doctors?
The last time I traveled, not too long ago, when I got to the I was going through immigration. And the question they kept asking me throughout, one thing stood out. Okay, are you a doctor? For one thing to another, I said, well, this question about doctor. Well, my mind wasn't even there that perhaps these people have taken over that space where they are all living. And I told one of them, no, I'm not a doctor, I'm a lawyer. It's okay, so because the way you dress, we thought you are a doctor. I said, doctors, do they need to go through any special that I don't know? They said, no, I should don't worry. I should not. It's just because people are living. And they're living because here, a doctor's hazard allowance is 5,000 naira.
All our resources are being
so when you structure your country that way, they are not actually going anywhere. So let's go back to that ship, or if you call it vessel or aircraft, they are all called vessel. Okay, let's service the one that is carrying 200 million people, as against the one that is carrying just 2.
Because that one, if you check every budget, yearly budget, those aircraft, there are figures for them.
There are figures
for their maintenance. But does anybody give you money to maintain your time?
The president's kitchen, as at the time Jonathan was there, budget is 1 billion to eat in a year. The president's kitchen. I don't know how much it is now. I don't know how much you budget for your kitchen, and how much I budget for my kitchen. I don't know.
Essentially, one missing picture we're not even talking about here is the fact that some of the children, to our leaders, will equally do some of the fleets.
Of course.
The son of
Buhari's daughter,
Buhari's daughter, Tinubu's son. So we're not even talking about.
You're already having their children attending Federal Executive Council meeting.
Exactly.
You understand?
Very
so this thing is
yes, of course. That's the size of our package today. We'd love to say thank you to Pastor Fansufeli for being part of our show. Thank you for always coming around and being part of our main conversation for today. And most importantly, we'd love to say thank you to you for always giving us your time when we need you. But please do visit our website at www.enterprisetvnews.com and also like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. I am Henry Igwebike.
And I'm Chinyere Igweado.
On behalf of the entire team of Enterprise Television, thank you for watching once more, and bye-bye from us.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.